Woohoo! Good morning, Nigeria. Hopefully you can all feel that Friday fever in the air. It's a day of celebration. It's a day of empowerment. It's a day of inspiration. And as we kick off another fantastic day, it is Wakeupnigeria.
Absolutely. Now get ready to unleash your inner superhero as we embark on a journey of empowerment, positivity, and of course, joy. Now Fridays are like the grand finale of the week, where we get to celebrate our triumphs, uplift each other, and set the momentum for an incredible weekend ahead. Now let's make today an absolute blast.
So it's not just any other Friday. It is International Women's Day. Now, it's a day to honor and celebrate the remarkable achievements of women all around the world. And let's stand together. Let's lift each other up. Let's pave the way for a brighter and more inclusive future.
Of course, here's to strong women, may we know them, may we raise them, and may we be them.
Yes.
Yes, of course, very important. Let's definitely celebrate the strength and resilience and boundless potential of women everywhere around the world.
Yes, indeed. And that's what we actually try to do a lot here on Wake Up. We try to just make sure we lift each other up. No matter how dreary a day has been, we always try to inspire each other. And our mission today is simple. To amplify the voices of women and champion gender equality and inspire everyone to dream big.
And together, we definitely can create a world where every woman and every girl can thrive.
I think we're thriving.
We're totally
we
thriving.
Are thriving.
More than thriving. In this Nigeria,
we are actually part of the blessed bunch. To be able to do what we do, what we love.
Of course,
every single day. And look good too.
Yes, of course.
I'm wearing purple today, and we're both wearing active wear.
Weirdly, it looks quite similar.
Kind of. Yeah, it looks like
quite alike. We've definitely got an hour jam-packed, more than an hour, jam-packed with empowerment, from inspiring stories to thoughtful, provoking discussions. Get ready to be uplifted and, of course, inspired and empowered to be the best version of yourself.
Hopefully you're watching us right now from the most comfortable position. It might be more comfortable for you online if you need to move around. tvcentertainment.tv is our website. YouTube, of course, we're right there streaming live as well. That's just search for TVC Entertainment. That's all you need.
Yes, of course. And if you're more of like a homebody, you can definitely catch us live on GOTV channel 27 and UHF band 49.
All right, so it's channel 16 on GOTV.
16, oh yeah, 16.
Actually,
True, 16.
But 121 on StarTimes. We are also, of course, on X, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, all of them.
All of it.
TVC Entertainment _.
Yes, of course. And of course, join us as we share stories of empowerment and so much more happening today on this show. Definitely looking forward to the show.
That hashtag Wakeupnigeria on TVC is very important.
Yes.
And our handle Wakeupnigeria TVCE is also important. Let's tell everybody what we are doing today. Since it's International Women's Day for movies, we will review a few women-inspired movies, the best women-inspired movies of all time. Yes, as Victoria Ajayi is the incoming CEO, but present DCFO.
DCFO, yes, the Deputy Chief Financial Officer of TVC Communications. It's International Women's Day.
It is. So,
I'm so excited.
Honestly speaking,
it is my first favorite time of the year, actually.
Really?
Yes, it's my favorite time of the year. I love it more than I love Christmas.
Seriously?
Yes.
Yeah,
because I guess it's because of the era I'm in right now, trying to inspire and motivate women to be more and do more, and also being around women mentors, who are thriving. Look at Mrs. Victoria Ajayi, who we're going to be having later on. Watching her grow and, just be following her growth and her story, it's quite inspiring. And, it's a time for women. It's a year for women. So let's go. Let's do that.
So just so you know, is the president of the TVC Women's Network. So she has to be on top of this excitement thing. But we're also really excited as well. First of all, we're able to boot the guys out of the studio. Just saying, we have loads to talk about. But let's take the weather and then we'll take the news. Hello and good morning. It's time for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Oyinson. Now we're staying with developments in Kaduna State, where at least 287 pupils have been kidnapped by bandits at a primary and secondary school in Kuriga, Chikun local government area of Kaduna. A member of the vigilante service was killed in the process. Governor of the state, Uba Sani, who visited the village Thursday evening, assured them of the government's commitment to ensure safe return of the kidnapped pupils. Our correspondent, Lupa Asom, reports.
Children or the students that have been kidnapped. But what I can say here is that by the grace of God, under my able leadership, we will try as much as possible to ensure that every child returns. By the grace of God, inshallah. We are doing our best. I'm going to work with the community leaders. I want to work with the traditional leaders here, as well as the youth, to ensure that every child returns back home by the grace of God. And we have also sat down with the parents of those children that have been kidnapped. Even we have sent a strong message to the mothers, and we made it clear to them that one of the most important responsibilities of the government is to ensure that we protect the lives and properties of our citizens, and we ensure that by the grace of God, every child return home by the grace of God.
We will definitely be following up on that story. President Bola Tinubu has approved the indefinite suspension of the managing director and CEO of the Rural Electrification Agency, Ahmad Sahilo Ahmad, alongside 3 executive directors of the agency from office. Now, this followed the findings during a comprehensive investigation into the financial activities of the Rural Electrification Agency. The suspended executive directors include Olani Alaba Netufo, Executive Director, Corporate Services; Barka Sajo, Executive Director, Technical Services; Sadatu Balgore, Executive Director, Rural Electrification Fund. President Tinubu has ordered a wider investigation into the conduct of officials involved in fraudulent misexpenditure amounting to over 1.2 billion naira over the past 2 years, some of which has already been recovered by anti-graft agencies. By the directive of the president, the following qualified Nigerians are appointed to serve in the new management team of the Rural Electrification Agency in acting capacity with immediate effect.
And we are back. Thanks for staying with us. Joining me on the couch right now is Abiodun Odu. He's a writer and film director with over 6 years of experience in the creative industry. Prior to his outing, he had his first experience as a cinematographer, where he had the opportunity of working with several multinational brands. He's also made his debut series of short films like Affidavit, a comedy drama in 2021, which, he released. And of course, he's also released like a couple of other movies afterwards. You are welcome to the show.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
All right, great. So talk to us. You've been in the creative space for 6 years.
Yeah.
How's that journey been?
Yeah.
Are you a Gen Z first? Or?
I'm a millennial.
You're a millennial, okay.
I would say a millennial Gen Z.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So yeah. How's the experience been?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Prior to that, I studied as a doctor. I'm a dentist.
Ooh,
so
look at you.
I think it's had to be a journey of passion. I just really wanted to make films. I wanted to tell stories.
Yeah.
So that made me venture into it for the first time, and then going to film school to learn about it. And I was like, okay, yeah, I think I'm comfortable doing this with my life.
You have a science background.
Yeah.
I mean, you read medicine and surgery for what, over close to 8 years?
Yeah, 8 years.
And here you are delving into the film industry.
Yeah.
What was the fascination?
For me, I've always been fascinated with the arts. I used to, when I was younger, I used to draw a lot.
Okay.
I used to make comic books. I used to write. I love to just write novels and just pen down ideas and other things. So that has been, even when I was in school, when I was in med school, I was always writing, doing stuff. taking pictures, I started a photography outlet and other things, which led me down this road. So I've always been, in one way or the other, involved in the arts.
Okay. Now let's talk about your latest project, Ihunaya.
Yes.
My love. And and I think like it's sort of spot on. Today's International Women's Day. You're talking about a woman here. So talk to us about what inspired Ihunaya.
Yeah. So I really wanted to just tell an authentic Nigerian story, a nostalgic Nollywood story, and something basic, something about love, something that had a lady at the center of it. So the basic synopsis of Ihunaya is a girl and a childhood lover growing up at the countryside in a village in Izuoya, maybe Anambra State or Enugu. And then she wants to go pursue her life as a journalist in the city while the man wants to stay in the village. And that brings the conflict of interest between them, and, you know, the rest is history, but you can always watch it on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, that's quite an interesting story, and it's not a common one either. Did you write it as well? I mean, because you write it well.
I came up with the story. So my writer is a lady, Fisayo Jabodu.
Okay.
It's also a fun fact. Every one of us that worked on this film, we are not Igbos.
You're joking.
Yes. We are not
okay.
Igbos.
So, did you have? I mean, because you're telling an old African story here. So, how were you able to speak the dialect?
Yeah. So, because I grew up watching a lot of Igbo films and, you know, those English films, and we wrote it in English, but the names were in Igbo. The community was in Igbo. Then we just got actual Igbo actors to portray them, and we got one of the actors. Precious, she just served as our language coach and just guided in speaking the right dialect that was like unifying for all of them, and we just winged it. I was just directing based on the emotion I was getting from them, and it was magic eventually. You
know, I'm picturing you right now as a filmmaker, as a producer on set with, you know, other young people, you know, in the same age group like that are also your peers. How does it work? Do you sometimes get, you know, some you know, like, no, please wait for me to finish with this, or wait, you know, some restraint. Talk to me about some of the challenges that you experience on set working with your
directing is a very tedious task. It's a lot of human management, you know, and you know how managing human beings can be like. A lot of people come with diva attitudes. A lot of people are more receptive. So it's a lot of, and I think my background as a doctor really helped me a lot because you see a lot of patients in a day, the different people, different levels of temperament. So you just know how to handle every kind of thing that is thrown at you. And I think that was what I used to just maneuver my way in the space,
Okay. Now, let's talk about what's next for you. I mean, you've done Ihunaya, right? And you're waiting for, you know, what's that next project that you're so eager to?
Currently, we are in funding stage for some of our feature films. So I'm trying to take a break from doing short films. So we do more of YouTube projects now, feature-length films, but then we're trying to do even much bigger, something we can carry for to cinemas or streaming platforms, and maybe possibly festivals also. But then to do that, cinema is a very expensive art form. You need funding, and, you know, it's still a gamble because art is very subjective. Your work might be or might not be received, might not be understood. So a lot of things in consideration, but then there obviously are still many stories that we've not tapped into.
Explored, yes. I agree with you. We are very resilient in that regard. And yes, so talking about resilience, what has kept you going in the last 6 years as a filmmaker, as a director, as a writer? Because recently on X, there was a debate of sorts of, you know, and experiences that were being shared of newcomers in the industry and what they've had to go through and experience. And, you know, there was also that dichotomy between how the welfare bits of of production crew members and you know, cast members. So talk to us about all of those, all of the dynamics.
It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. First of all, like a creative in Nigeria, if you're a creative in Nigeria, you need a lot of things to really keep your mental health in check. It's a lot. Everything is coming after your mental health, and you just need to find ways, coping mechanisms, basically, to just struggle and maintain the sanity, even though everything is waging to pull everything down. In the industry is it's really unforgiving. There's a lot of gatekeeping. So as a newbie, you really have to really try so hard to forge your own way into the industry. But luckily, I've had help from film mentors here and there. I mean, the film school I went to also was a very good start also, like to build a network, to know people and to start doing everything. And then you know, there will always be like, I don't do that on my productions. Do anything the actors are eating, the crew members also eat. Like these rooms that are being slept in by the actors should also be, because the crew members work more overtime. The actors just come there in the green room, then the trailers just come in and breathe out. But then we need to still, I mean, respect these people. They're also artists in their own form, just as the actors. But I think gradually we're getting there in Nollywood, gradually.
This has been very interesting conversation here. Thank you so much, Abiodun, for being here. And wishing you all the best. If you don't know who I am, I'm definitely going to watch it. And I hope you watching at home also go watch it. Catch it up on YouTube. I'm going to get my commission for that advert. Yeah, so we have to head over to the kitchen now. We have Winfrey and Chef T. Flo. What's cooking, guys?
It's a beautiful, beautiful day, as we all already know. It's a Friday and it's International Women's Day, right? And I have Chef T-Flo with me here, and she has quite a number of quite a lot of things actually spread out here. Hi, Chef T-Flo. How are you doing this day? Good morning.
Happy International Women's Day.
Same to you. What are we cooking today?
We are cooking veggies noodles.
Veggies is just noodles we're cooking. All this thing was intense. Hey, interesting. No, yeah, tell me. How? Tell me first of all the ingredients. Let's go through the ingredients we're using for the veggies noodles.
This is my noodles.
Yes, of course.
Carrots. I have mixed my green bell pepper.
Bell peppers,
the yellow, the green, the red, the tomatoes. This is my spring onions, my boiled egg, beef, plantain, because I'm garnishing with plantain. My onions, and I'm using my vegetable because it's veggies noodles.
Okay.
So
what vegetable is this?
This is ugu.
Ugu, okay.
This is my scotch bonnet. This is my onions, and this is my plantain.
All right, so how are we making
this is the season for the noodles.
Is that crayfish? What's that? Okay, no, the seasoning. Okay. How are we making these noodles? What's the procedure?
I'm boiling the noodles first.
We're boiling the noodles first, okay.
So I'll be stir-frying my veggies. So after I'll be frying my plantain. So now I'm starting by parboiling my noodles first.
Okay. So the lettuce also going into the noodles?
Yes.
So it's for garnishing?
It's for garnishing.
Okay, so the ugu, the lettuce, everything is going. This is a serious international.
Special noodles.
It's an International Women's Day noodles recipe.
Yes.
Okay, so we're literally starting with parboiling our noodles. That definitely shouldn't take so much time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then let's see. Let's do that. What's inside this cup? Oil, right?
Oil.
Okay, oil for the plantain. Okay, amazing. Definitely, I'm looking forward to this one. This one has egg. It has beef, right?
It has tomatoes.
It has tomatoes. It has spring onions, bell peppers, and different colors. This bell pepper is not cheap, eh? And still, this plastic is full. Interesting. And of course, it has carrots.
Colorful, no?
Yeah, to make it colorful, and definitely, it's definitely going to look. What is this? Soy sauce?
It's soy sauce.
Oh, we're having soy sauce in as well.
Ostra sauce.
What sauce is that?
Ostra sauce.
Yes. Okay. All right.
So we are special now. So I'm making special.
All right. Really, really special. Very, very special. So definitely, if you're at home, make sure you pull out your pen and paper and try out this recipe. It's definitely going to be amazing. So we're literally putting in, parboiling the noodles first.
Show my pots.
Okay. Nice. So this recipe, tell me, what's the inspiration behind it? Where did it come from? Tell me now. Right, what's the inspiration behind this delicacy?
Because today is a special day.
Yeah.
So as a woman, we have to make something special for the kitchen.
For the kitchen, Abi. All right. So when does our scotch bonnet go in? Is it going to go in the stir fry? Or is it going to go in with the bowl?
Stir fry.
With the stir. So we're going to stir fry it.
Yes.
So after we put our onions in the pan, then we stir fry we'll fry the
onions, the colorful bell pepper.
Yeah.
Yes, the beef. So the scotch bonnet will be going last.
We're going in last.
So I want it very hot.
You want it very hot? Wow, it's a special hot noodles. Amazing. All right, and definitely.
I'm adding my oil.
Yeah, into the pan to fry the plantain.
I'm adding a little bit of oil.
Oil into. Why did you do that?
I'll boil it so that it will not stick together.
Okay, so it won't stick together. Okay. That's good. But we actually need to let that get hot, Abi.
Yes.
Before we put this thing on.
Coming up.
Let me check that. I think it's on. It is on. And on the highest as well. So we just let that get hot and then we'll start with our cooking process. All right. So if you're just joining us, we're still here with Chef T-Flow, and we're literally making special International Women's Day noodles, right? Because you know noodles doesn't take time, and then we're not about to spend all our day in the kitchen. We want to have fun, we want to eat healthy, but at the same time, we want to literally be able to relax, right, and have a good time at home with our loved ones and at work as well. I mean, I love the fact that it's Friday, so I mean, we definitely prep for the weekend. So yeah, I mean,
It's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday, right? All right, we'll be going on a quick break, and when we come back, still so much more happening right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Stay with us.
Hello, and once again, happy International Women's Day. It's time for us to take a look at what's happening online on social media this IWD. And there's, of course, the beautiful Zainab.
Hello!
And the
Happy International Women's Day!
and the delectable
what is the
MF.
problem
No, I should not admire you. Today I'm admiring only women.
Girl, yes.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yes, so right now on social media, of course, there's a hashtag International Women's Day, and then there's also Happy International Women's Day, and then there's Happy Women's Day. So it depends on the hashtag you want to use.
There's IWD.
There's hashtag IWD 2024, and we're super excited for a time like this, in all honesty. And we'd just like to spotlight some of the. We've noticed that in recent times or in recent years, we have seen a lot more women take up leadership positions. You know, in the corporate world, in the business world, in the arts world, in the entertainment world, even in governance as well. And we'd just like to celebrate some of those women, and you know.
So if you're interested in finding out a little bit more about what we're talking about, you should go online yourself and you know, be inspired by some of the profiles and posts you see right there on Twitter, on Instagram, and we're going to take a few of those right now. Zainab, you have a few you screenshotted earlier on, but I have one right there.
So we're going to give credit to her network online. It's like one of the biggest female
on the blogs
out there. So
female
shout out
celebrated
to her
blogs.
network online. They've spotlighted a lot of women for the celebration of International Women's Day, and they put out a very nice post for women today. They were like, Happy International Women's Day to all the incredible women out there, including everybody around me today. Let's celebrate the strength, resilience and brilliance of women around the world today and every day.
You know, it's amazing, because this morning, I remember on the Women's Network group, really, I got up this morning, I just I sent a message to all the women there, and I said, as you wake up this morning, just give yourself a pat on the back and tell yourself, I did it. I rock.
I don't think we do it enough. And we need to celebrate ourselves a lot more. I feel like we're a very humble bunch, even though I know that some people are a little, a little vain out there, but including myself. But we should have that opportunity to celebrate ourselves more. It's International Women's Month.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, got you. The whole month.
Yes.
Any more posts, Zainab?
Yes, absolutely. And they also spotlighted a lot of people on Instagram. And I would like to say a big shout out to the one and only Thames. Because Thames was actually one of the people they spotlighted. I mean, being an underdog, to seeing her win numerous awards. I mean, she is to be celebrated, because what she has achieved in the little while that she's been in the entertainment scene, you really need to celebrate her. So Thames, Happy International Women's Day to you.
Yes,
Also, they spotlighted a particular woman here called Marie Chidi Okorie.
She's the head of marketing and corporate communications for Hair's Insurance. As we all know that Tony Lumelu, who is the CEO and founder of Hair's Insurance, who also owns Zenith Bank.
No.
UBA. He is one of the, I think he's one of the men who celebrate women. I mean, he uses, I mean, he has women at the forefront of, you know, major roles in his company. And he's very, very admirable, and he's very, very
There's
inspiring.
actually been so much of that going around over the past 3 to 5 years. A lot more women are taking on managerial roles in multinational companies, and it's extremely inspiring, and we love to see it.
And of course, they also, there was a Woman of the Week, her network Kudos to you. So I'm just going to, mention some of the women of the week that they mentioned here. So there's Zoe Williams. She's Air Canada's first black female pilot.
Wow, Air Canada.
Air Canada.
Wow.
Imagine that. I mean, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. And then we also have here Dr. Anne-Marie Imafidon. She's the new chancellor of the Glasgow Caledonian University.
Wow.
And there's someone here that, so they also give credit to South African President Cyril Ramaphosa, nominating Mandisa Meyer as the country's first female chief Justice.
Wow.
I mean, look at women taking up positions.
Yes, they are.
Beautiful to see.
And also not to forget our own CEO.
Incoming CEO.
Yeah, you need to highlight her on the screen.
We need to highlight her on the screen,
We will. She was also highlighted here as, one of the women of the week.
It's really interesting, because she's also a member of the ACCA and also WIMBIZ, that's Women in Business and Management and Governance as well. And she's been at TVC for over 10 years now, doing amazing things. She was given some crazy targets, and she gave herself some really intense goals, and she surpassed them every single time. We're going to be talking about what she was able to achieve, especially even during COVID. Making sure that the company continued to grow
and grow
during that period. So it's powerful. It's powerful.
Yes, it is. And I also like to add that we're at a time where I know there's a narrative where they say women do not support women, but we're in a time where there is a community of sisterhood. We're holding each other's hands now, and we're taking each other on this journey and saying, hey, we can't do this without each other. We need to do it together. And that's one thing that Mrs. Victoria Jai has really done. She's really, really been supportive of women and, also carrying other women along with, on as she, climbs up the ladder, which is very, very
It's also imperative to appreciate women who are also leading in the film industry. The likes of Funke Akindele, Mercy Aigbe, Toyin Abraham, Jade Oshiberu,
Biodun Stevens.
Yes,
I mean,
you
guys are,
we can't forget Mo Abudu. We also can't forget our very own Morayo Afolabi Brown. We're all leading in media. Women are doing amazing things.
Jacobs, TVC News.
Yes, indeed. We can't forget her. Can't forget her. Unforgettable head of news there. Now, but there's quite a lot to still achieve. There's still quite a lot of steps to climb. So we're not there yet, but we're getting there little by little. But we need everyone to get on board because this is exactly how it's going to go from here on out. It is upward continuously. So on social media, are we still looking at posts? There's so many to pick.
There's a lot to actually take from social media. But we've highlighted a couple of people we can as much as possible. It's just today is just all about celebrating every woman out there, not just specific people. You understand?
I also need to bring to talk about period poverty. We talked about that over the week. I was at a conference where we spoke about period poverty. And, talking about the film industry brought to mind Ecuador because I met her. And, she's a film producer. She is one of the leading film producers right now, female film producers right now in Africa. I mean, after her production, the production of Breath of Life, which was #1 in 43 countries for a long period of time. I mean, she also shared her, her challenges and experiences with other female actresses, female actors on set, and how resilient and how strong, and even despite our menstrual cramps and all the
you went there.
Go through,
you went there.
We
pushed through.
We still put our best foot forward. So
who run the world?
Girls. Speaking of putting our best foot forward, we have something amazing happening in the kitchen. And so she's covered with white socks all the way to her knees. So it's not just her foot she's putting forward. She's putting her whole leg forward. Winfrey, how's it going over there?
It's going great. Still here with Chef T-Flo, and we're making the special International Women's Day noodles, right? And it literally has a whole lot of ingredients to bring this to life. So where are we, Chef T-Flo?
I'm frying my carrots, onions, and colorful veggies.
Okay.
So I'm adding my beef.
All right. And in our pots, we have, what do we have in our pots?
Boiling noodles.
All right, so, yeah. So the water got hot, and we literally put the noodles in. We're going to leave it for a few minutes to actually get boiled a little bit while we stir fry all of that. And our plantain is already standing by, as you can see. It's right there, already fried. Yeah, so what are we waiting to add? What's going into the pan next? Our Scotch bonnet blended, or should I say crushed Scotch bonnet. Is that only pepper? That's only pepper?
Yes.
She said she wanted it to be hot, and it's going to be hot. All right, and all that's going
We have enough veggies.
And yeah, for it to go around, actually, true. That's going in a lot. And I actually appreciate the generous amount of onion in there as well.
Okay.
A lot of onions in there. And of course, our lettuce and our ugu is still standing by.
Yes, so yeah.
Chef Tifo, leave me alone. Leave my hand is dirty. I've been scratching my head since. I cannot put dirty hand.
It's not hard.
I don't say it's hard now.
No, yeah.
I'm not the slice with do. You know? You say that way.
Today is work.
So one reason why I should be resting. Where is Mike? I saw Mike somewhere in the studio. She come and slice for it.
No, it's you.
The men are actually meant to be working.
No, today is for women alone.
Today is for women alone. So not to work. Like, not to work. Like, y'all shouldn't stress me. Anyway, so in the pan has already gone in the...
Season.
So we have soy sauce, right? And the other, so what did you call the other sauce?
Sauce.
Sorry?
Oyster sauce.
Okay, oyster sauce. Okay, so we had an oyster sauce going as well. And of course, we had the noodles, seasoning going as well. Okay, and on that note, we'll actually take a break because it is the top of the hour. People are going to eat. In fact, let me not say anything. It is the top of the hour. We'll go on a quick break right now. When we come back, so much more still happening right here on Wake Up Nigeria.
Hello and good morning. Happy International Women's Day, amazing people.
Yes, of course.
Second hour of the show has begun, and it's our Empowering Friday show. We've set the stage for a day filled with celebration, inspiration, empowerment for each and every woman out there.
All I'm seeing is empowerment, inspiration. Empowerment is
before.
Anyways,
it's our day.
That's
today.
definitely right. And of course, the first hour was just the beginning. Now let's continue to shine the spotlight on the incredible achievements and contributions of women around the world.
International Women's Day is not just about celebrating, it's also about reflecting on the progress we've made and acknowledging that there is still quite a lot of work that lies ahead. We have to keep the momentum going. We have to keep striving for a future where gender equality is a reality for everyone.
Empowered women. Empower women.
Yes, so. Yes, so. is on a roll in the kitchen there.
Oh my goodness.
How's it going, Em?
Preach. It's empowered women, empower people.
Yes.
That's why Chef Tiflo is empowering us with food, with what she knows how to do very well. This is her gift. And you need to share it and empower people.
Yes, so.
Right? How's it going, Chef T? We're doing well, Abby.
Yeah.
I was telling Chef Tiflo that she gave me a lot of aggression this morning. Positive aggression.
So we definitely are your allies in the fight for gender equality, your advocates for positive change, and your partners in progress. Now let's continue to break the barriers, challenge stereotypes, and pave the way for a brighter tomorrow.
My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And I am Winfrey Aguileshe. Don't forget to watch us live from anywhere across the globe. Head on to tvcentertainment.tv, on YouTube at TVC Connect.
And everywhere else. On social media, on X, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere at TVC Entertainment _.
Yes, of course. Engage with us and share your stories and let's empower. Anyways, we have so much more happening this morning. What do we have left?
The highlights. Now we need to gear up for some more inspiring conversations. We have quite a bit. Adebi Deborah with the stage name Debbie Black. She's a content creator and spoken word poet.
Yes.
And we're going to have her here on set very soon.
Rest. Don't do this. Don't go there. Don't touch that. Don't let me see you.
And finally, to commemorate the International Women's Day, joining us is the newly appointed CEO of the TVC Communications, Victoria Ajayi. She definitely wears multiple hats as a career professional, seasoned business executive, chartered accountant, and an entrepreneur, and an author. She'll be here, and that conversation is definitely going to be empowering.
All right, then. Now, there's still loads to do, but in order to do it well, we need to know what the weather's going to be like. A big shout out to our friends at Lush Hair. Now, they've been inspiring us with stories of real women, real salon owners from across the country, and they've been coming to the studio to talk about their journey. We have Akinlade Deborah here. She is the CEO of Bliss Hair. It's great to have you in the studio, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, please tell me where your salon is. Where is your salon?
Okay, my salon is at 60 Alade Lola.
Alade Lola, which area of Lagos is that?
Ikosi, Ketu, Lagos.
Okay, so how long ago did you open your salon?
Presently, I got here last year, 2022, thereabouts. But I was finally at Oladogba Street, Ikosi, Ketu.
Same area?
Same vicinity.
So, but you've been doing this work for how long now?
Oh, it has been a long time.
Okay.
It's probably 30 years now.
30 years?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you know, salon services, in my opinion, is an essential service. You know why? Because women always have to look good.
Exactly.
And for you to be in this industry for this long, 30 years, you must have made so many women look so beautiful.
Yeah.
This is why you continue to do this business.
Yes.
Please talk to us about how it began.
Yeah. It's been a long time, but I started in front of our house.
Oh, wow.
At Festac.
Wow.
At Amu Wodofin. So before I got married, I moved down to K2 here. At somewhere at Oluwalugbon.
Okay.
Even one of your staff has always been my customer then.
Wow.
Vero.
Wow.
So I normally make her hair then. You know, she stays with the sister. So since then, I've been in this K2 working as a salon owner.
When it comes to different industries, the economy affects them in different ways. And that's why we appreciate companies like Lush that provide products that are of such great quality. But I want to, you know, hear your experience working with Lush Hair.
It has been amazing and wonderful. That really impacts into my life.
Okay.
One way or the other. You know, they increase my base.
Okay.
Then my standard of living, I would say.
Wow.
Because when I joined Lush, you know, I've been making some quite, you know.
So you said they impacted you, but people are probably wondering, how did you even get to meet this team at Lush in the first place? Did they approach you? Did you hear about it somewhere? Talk to us about how you met them.
Okay, well, I've been in an association, LAPCA.
Mm.
You know, from there they come to general meeting.
Okay.
They bring their products, you know, and they're trying to, you know, lure people into, you can do business with us.
Okay.
So there's this certain day like this, they came around. A friend of mine, she sells at the market.
Okay.
I only asked her, can I have one of the Lush chair?
Yeah.
Then no, you need more than chair. Then she will introduce me to some people.
Wow.
And I'll give them my address. They came to our association.
Wow.
That one is situated at Oluyombo Street, Ikosi here. So they came with their senior officers, the white people, the Indian.
Wow.
They came, they introduced what the SDP is all about.
Okay.
So I tried to bring in some people to join so that we can start together.
Yeah.
But some of them,
they
don't see it as...
They didn't trust it.
They don't even, they were afraid hearing the money involved.
Yeah.
But it's not really big.
Okay.
But they only, you know, they believe in service rendering. They are not used to it.
So
I just take the courage to do that.
It is a courageous thing, you know, trying something different. You've been in this industry for so long. You've been buying different types of attachments, different types of products on your own. You go to the market, and then suddenly you have the opportunity to partner with a team like Lush Hair.
Yes.
And I have to say, you know, when it comes to different people's stories, it's very similar. They often come to tell us about how much they've been able to grow, you know. But I'm wondering if there's someone out there who has an opportunity to work with, you know, the team at Lush. What would you advise them?
Yeah, I would rather tell the person to go ahead.
Okay.
It's a big investment. You can start gradually.
Okay.
And you get to your final destination with Lush Hair. When you partner with them, you won't regret it.
I love that. I love the way you put it. Now let's talk about the products that you feel are most common whenever your customers come around. Which ones do they ask for the most from Lush Hair?
Yeah. There's a wow. There's this wow.
Okay.
They normally have stuff kinky twist.
Kinky twist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then jumbo as well.
Jumbo. Okay.
And they do ask of their coily braids.
Okay.
And it's coily.
So when you say coily braids, so I know that there's a way that you coil braids after you're done braiding.
No, this one is already coiled.
Okay.
So you just need to braid it on.
Okay.
Maybe you don't braid it to the tip.
Okay.
So that the coil can come out.
Okay.
You need to bounce out, and you can use it for a very long time. Even when you lose it, you can reuse it.
Wow. Okay.
If you know how to
maintain it.
Maintain it.
Okay, so you said kinky twist, right? Is that the one? Kinky twist, wow, and the coil. Jumbo
braids, coily braids.
Coily braids.
And serre. This is a serre lock. A shasha lock.
And people are requesting for this
Even they love shasha lock so much.
So what's the difference about that particular product?
Shasha lock is like locks.
Okay.
You can use it for any kind of style.
Okay.
You can use it to pack. Even, what's it called? Packing gel.
Great.
You can pack your hair and fix it on a packing gel. You can have it one, like dreadlock.
Okay. All right.
And with your dreadlock, you can pack it with any style.
I've noted that, you know, a lot of people want this more natural look now. A lot more people are trying to grow their natural hair. Yeah. So you mentioning the lock and the kinky just, you know, takes me back to how African our hair is, how thick our hair is, and how thick some of these products actually are. But I have to say thank you to you for coming to share your story with us. And what do you think is next for you on this your journey with Lush? What are you going to be doing next with them? What do you think?
I'm aspiring to become a distributor. I know we are SD, that's we are sub.
Yeah.
But my ambition now is to get to the level of becoming their distributor. Because, you know, I'm under a distributor.
Okay.
That's where I get my goods.
Okay, sure.
But then, I know how Lush do take care of them.
Wow, beautiful.
You can't be with Lush and regret it, and they don't cheat people. They want you to grow well.
All right.
They even encourage you, do more, don't relent, so that you can get to a greater height.
I have to say thank you so much for coming to talk to us about your journey. Now, your salon is around Aladilola.
60 Aladilola.
60, and it's called Bliss Hair. All right, we will definitely be checking it out very soon. A big shout out to our friends at Lush for all the support and yes, helping all our amazing salon and beauty establishment owners do even better hair. All right, then we have to wrap it up on this. We'll be back after this. Welcome back. Yes. We've been looking forward to this one, right?
We have.
We have.
Right.
It's like we had that opportunity to grab her and we did it.
And there was no better one, no better person, no better woman you know, to have, you know, shared today with us, you know, other than her. It just had to be her.
To commemorate International Women's Day, joining us is the newly appointed CEO of TVC Communications.
She's an incoming, actually.
She is incoming, and her name is Victoria Ajayi. Now, she wears multiple hats and is a career professional, seasoned business executive. Yeah.
Chartered accountant, she's an entrepreneur, she's a social entrepreneur, she's a mother.
She's a podcaster, too.
Podcaster. She has the VAA Insights on YouTube. She shares so many insights on, you know, how to be a woman and how to thrive in, you know, such a busy world.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to the couch.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm happy to be here.
We're happy to
We're even happier to have you here with us, especially on International Women's Day. Let's talk a bit about the theme. You've done so many discussions, conversations on this before. Where do you think we are taking it this year?
Well, I'm glad the theme for this year is Inspire Inclusion, because it's all for an inclusive society, an inclusive world, an inclusive future for not just us, for our children. Yeah. And so it's a great theme, and the only thing I would say about a day like this is it shouldn't just be about today. Okay. Inclusion should be about every day. We should talk about inclusion the whole year. In fact, it shouldn't just be a Women's Month. You know, we term this month Women's Month. Every month is Women's Month. We give birth every day. We eat every day. We do things every day. So my hope and prayer is that this sort of day will fizzle away gradually as that gender parity gap is closed. But for now, we need days like this where all over the world, voices are amplified, lots of activities are happening where we're just speaking for and advocating for that gender parity gap to be closed. So it's an exciting day. For those who say, oh, it's a she for she thing, well, I'm afraid it's because maybe history, the history fails them. When they understand truly where and how far women have come when it comes to leadership in all spheres of life, I think that comment of, oh, she for she will disappear.
Yeah. Hinging on what you just said about she for she brings to mind women do not support women. That narrative has been passed down from one generation to the other, and we keep hearing it. But we are glad that we're in a time where there's a lot of sisterhood, there's a lot of community of sisterhood, you know, that's going on, and you know, it's spreading, and you know, it's just, you know, gradually shifting and gradually, you know, dissipating that narrative. What can we do intentionally to, you know, say, to sort of not just take away that narrative, but also enforce that sisterhood, that, oh, okay, I'm not just doing this, I'm not just getting on this ladder alone, I'm also taking someone with me. Which also brings to mind, there was a particular article you shared on your LinkedIn, because I follow you on LinkedIn. And she shares a lot of interesting articles on LinkedIn. And you talked about leadership here. I think there was a feature, there was an NBC feature that you were on. And you talked about leadership. And, you know, how you also hinged on inclusion as well. And you also talked about more women, you know, the world showing up. And so let's talk about that and how we need to be more intentional in taking, you know, dealing with the narrative that women do not support women.
Okay, so whilst I don't want to get into the nitty-gritty of that debate because it's very unnecessary, there's one thing I would like to emphasize on. I wish all women would understand this. And it's a Yoruba proverb. I like adages, I like proverbs. And some of you who know, I think it's Shina Peters that sang this song. It says, Oju orun teyen fo, lai fara koran. I would interpret.
Okay.
It means the birds in the air fly. The sky is so big that the birds do not collide. The sky is so big that they are free to fly and the birds do not collide with each other. Now, it means the opportunities are so vast. The sky and the opportunities are so wide. It's so big for all of us to thrive. So when people start to say women don't support each other or women fight each other, or it's just a vast universe. And all of us can thrive and do things and be successful without necessarily
butting heads?
Yes, butting heads or envy or strive or anything like that. There's enough room for all of us, you know, and which is why I really love that adage. So when they say that, I honestly do not take it to heart, and I hope and wish people will not take it to heart going forward because, you know, the sky is big enough for all of us, to be honest.
Speaking about limitless opportunities, here at TVC, I know there's like there's a little whisper, some jokes going around that, wow, women have taken over. We've finally taken the reins. We've taken over in terms of the fact that our head of news is a woman. Our head of entertainment is a woman. And now the CEO is a woman.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does sound like some, you know, like little jokes here and there. But when you hear that, what do you think?
The future is woman.
Who runs the world?
Girls.
Okay. I just had to put that in. Okay, so on the more serious note, it's intentional, actually. The outgoing CEO and even the board were conscious about this. We wanted to drive an inclusive company, an inclusive organization. And in order to do that, we were cautious and conscious when it comes to opportunities. We would always ask, why isn't there any female applicants? What's going on here? So it's paying that attention to it. And it could be that there are lots of applicants, but the females just don't think this is for me. Okay. You know, I'm qualified enough, but I think it's a male-dominated space. I don't want to carry cameras, you know, because it's probably, you need muscles for that. Yeah. I don't want to do certain things that you feel is more male-dominated. So we consciously ensured that those opportunities were available. And of course, by merit. It's not just because,
because
you're a woman. No. It's because you're qualified, you're competent enough to do it. And so the whispers are not, it's good they're there because that's how it's meant to be. We're conscious about it and it's happening. And we're seeing that, you know, not just in leadership positions, across the company, it's almost 50-50.
Yeah.
So that's
quickly,
good.
We'll talk about your book, The Precisionled Woman.
I was going to say that you literally wrote the book about it, and then you were appointed CEO.
Yeah.
The Precision-Led Woman, a definitive guide to landing leadership positions. That's the name of the book.
And and you were intentional with this book.
Yes.
And you sort of it was written for the woman.
Yes.
It was written for the women folk.
Yes.
Why?
Okay. So first off, the Precision-Led Woman is my gift to numerous women all over the world who dare to take on any leadership position. A lot of women actually have to come out of their comfort zones to do this. There's a lot of sacrifices if you have to be a leader, and you will see examples in that book when you read it. There are certain positions that you will get to that will demand time away from your family, that will demand sleepless nights, lots of travels, all sorts of sacrifices that you have to make. But that's the quest for leadership. And it's really to encourage people to say it's not impossible if you're planned and if you're intentional, if you focus and you know that you want to attain a leadership position, you want to lead in your sphere or in your circle or in your sector, then there are steps you can take, which other women have taken and has led them to land in those leadership positions. And that's what the book is really about. It's really to encourage other women.
You know, it actually brings to mind when they say, you can have it all. And they say, something has to give. I mean, you talked about sacrifices, but for some, something had to give eventually.
Okay, so this is what I discussed this and mentioned this in the book, actually. The narrative of you can't have it all or, you know, something would give. See, except you're all-knowing, like our maker.
Yes.
And you know everything that's happening everywhere. So no one is perfect. And there is no way you will be 100% at home, 100% at work, 100% at the same time. So let's stop deceiving ourselves, right? There will be times where you need that 100% focus at work, where you need to be married to your work. But there'll be times where you need to be married to the house as well, your home as well. So it's knowing when and ensuring you are planned and you're intentional about everything that would help you get there. So I don't want us to dwell too much on whether you can have it all or whether you can't. Is, do you even have a plan? You know, what is your goal? What is your leadership goal? Do you see yourself as a leader? And what are the plans to, you know, for you to be there? And which are some of the things I discussed, the model I discussed in the book, the BLAST model?
I honestly wanted to touch on the BLAST model. I don't know if we have enough time to touch it.
We have
you said here, brand yourself, the way you look, your attitude. You also talk about how you speak and how you think.
Yes.
Amazing.
How you speak and how you think, very, very important. So while we're heading over to the kitchen, I'd like us to talk about how you create that balance. Work-life balance. Very important. So, but all right, let's head over to the kitchen while we talk about that.
It's International Women's Day.
Yes, but she wanted to talk about how she creates the work-life balance.
Okay, so I would say that I have a very strong support system. I know when I need to be, I don't let anyone guilt trip me. Even my daughter cannot. Like, Mommy, you're not coming today. I know when I'm able to attend school activities, when I'm not, but having that solid support system, and sometimes you may have to buy it, and you know you
pay for it.
Sure. Yes, you have to pay for it. That's what I intend to say. So that's one tip. There are many other things you can do, but having a strong support mechanism is important.
Please enjoy.
Winfrey, thank you.
Chef T-Flo, Winfrey, they've been in the kitchen all morning.
So Chef T-Flo has literally been here, had it work, putting this together. So Chef T-Flo, tell us, what do we have in our plate?
As a special day, today is World Women's Day. So we have veggies noodles. That's the noodles.
Veggie noodles. Very nice.
Look how colorful it looks on screen.
I know.
Goodness. Please have a taste.
Please try it out and let us know what you think about it.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, looks good. Chef T-Flo.
Yes. I go for the veggies.
You made this food with so much aggression. Positive aggression.
Yay.
Oh, boy.
Very nice. Very tasty. Thank you.
And it looks extremely healthy as well, because it's like we're eating a rainbow in there. And you added some plantain in there as well.
Of course.
All right,
Don't
then.
forget your protein. And thank you so much for being here. And to all our guests, Chef T-Flo, well done. And to all our guests for being on the show today, we appreciate you. And most of all, to you at home watching, happy International Women's Day.
A big shout out to all of the members of the TVC Women's Network. We're going to have a blast today. And yours truly will be your MC today at the event at the Marriott. Thank you so much to everyone for putting in so much hard work into today's event. And thanks to all of you who keep watching us every single morning from 7 a.m.
Have a beautiful day.
All right. Bye.